Good afternoon, 20th October 21. Pol Exit 5. The real root reason why European Union is not working is because the last 70 years in Brussels they have disrupted zero. They have innovated research and development zero. And you can check really the population of Europeans as an indicator. The more immigrants we have is because we, the local Europeans, we are not able to manage this situation. Now, what can European Union instead of fine, inquisition to Poland do so that Poles perhaps decide not to get out of this mess of 5 layers and of 5 layers of bureaucracy and 5 layers of tax. This is a mess that companies like Amazon or so are taking advantage because European Union does not protect small and medium companies in Poland. So the root is small and medium companies, non-competitive advantages of European companies, which provide 90% of employment and also provide utility, intrinsic value, hope, light, so that Poles can set a business and grow. This is something that has really been gone in Europe the last 70 years. Those politicians that talk, they lie, they're just getting paid. I don't know why. The question is that can European Union stop another member leave? How? Yes, very simple. Why don't European Union reduce 95%, 95 of taxes? Then perhaps everybody would stay in the European Union instead of leaving. Or perhaps Poles would think 2 times, or perhaps Poles would think 95% more about staying. Next question is, how can we avoid these layers? For example, Inquisition. European Union is providing now fines if you leave of 200,000 million euros. And now the question is, how about eliminating bureaucracy, let's say 1,000 trillion? How? Well, two diplomats, sorry, but bureaucrats in Brussels can accountability 1,000 trillion. How? Well, they can eliminate the papers to prepare the accounts of small and medium companies. They can simplify the accountability, the accounts, profit and loss, papers, and all the documents that small and medium companies. They can simplify the health prevention systems. Okay, we have seen that the European Union is a mess regarding COVID. All they do is pay for vaccines when it's too late, never preventively. Can preventively make whole small and medium companies more competitive by eliminating bureaucracy from this, and then can they reduce the electricity price? Well, that's too much to ask, isn't it? Then, like this, we could really generate 100 or 1,000 trillion gross domestic product to Europe in the next 100 years. Well, perhaps it could be in 50 years, perhaps in 5 years, perhaps in process. Could the bureaucrats account for how much they are generating domestic product or loss? Or, well, let me explain to you. There is something called opportunity cost of domestic product, intrinsic value. Yes, why don't you start adding this before more members run? Because if you want them to stay in your house, perhaps what you have to do is give them 95% less taxes, 95% less bureaucracy. Perhaps Polish people will start to think, well, now it would be a nice place to be living in Europe, and then I'll stay. Well, so perhaps it's not a question that Poland wants to exit European Union, or is it a question that European Union is so inefficient, so expensive, I better get out? Think, like, subscribe, take care, bye.